Hello again, guys and girls, the Gears of War community. Welcome back to another Gears of War 3 gameplay commentary. Last commentary, I said that I would change it up a little bit to see what kind of audio you like from me, because I was recording it in a different way. Rather, last time, I was kind of sitting a little bit far back, and I had the mic picking up volume a lot more. And now, what I've done before that, and what I'm going back to now, is turning down the volume sensor on the mic and getting up really close to it. Now, it does tend to pick up my breathing quite a lot, so if that's a problem for you, tell me which one you preferred last time or this time. You know, I'm still waiting for a little bit of feedback, but I take it if none of you want to comment about it, it's probably fine. Anyway, guys, so what you're watching is another old gameplay. Those of you who have been with me for a long time will have seen this once or twice already. I must apologise, but as you know, don't have a mic right now, or don't have a mic. Else, what would I be recording this with? But I don't have a PVR right now because it broke. It exploded from the inside out. And if you want to send me a gameplay, any of you guys, I'll be happy to feature it. Feature your channel alongside that, and use that gameplay for a commentary. But until that happens, or until someone sends me that, I will be using this my own gameplays over and over. But what I want to talk about today is something I'm guessing about half of my subscribers will have heard of already, because most of you, I'm guessing, are from the GAL forum. But the thing I want to talk about is AGL, or the Arena Gaming League. Now, the Arena Gaming League is something that was announced a few weeks ago, or maybe a few months ago now, and it's a brand new LAN event that's, I'm not sure whether it's going to be annually or seasonally, like EGL, MLG and things like that. I'm pretty sure it will be seasonally, because pretty much every LAN event is seasonal. But the thing I want to say is, it looks like it's going to be the one true send-off to Gears of War, because before this, the only proper LAN event that we had to send off for Gears of War 3 was EGL 9, or EGL 9 was EGL 8, and that was pathetic. You know, my team competed, but there was only 7 teams there, and most of the teams were unpracticed. An Italian GB team came in and beat us even, and came fourth, which was fairly bad for a lot of the team, or a lot of the players who went there. It's just, if we'd all had practice, if all the teams that went there had been together for a while, or had the practice they needed, then it would have been different, you know? I mean, I'm not trying to hate on the Italians. Props to them for coming to a LAN event. You know, I think they came and stayed for like a week, so props to them, because not many Game Battles teams can say that they've gone to LAN. But, you know, for a Game Battles team to not only go to LAN, but for an Italian Game Battles team to do that, that's very impressive. But back to the point at hand, we finally have a chance to sit back and say, this is our game to the world. You know, we finally have a chance to say, well, this is what LAN events should be like for Gears of War, and it's looking to be one of the best ones so far. They're saying that it will be 16 teams up front, 8 invite, 8 ticket buys. But if we get enough demand, then there will be a cap raised up to 32 teams. I think it will still be 8 invites, but it will be something like 24 buy-ins. But as for that, what do I think of the whole thing? Well, there are about 2 or 3 European teams going. I know Infected Fanta, he wants to go. I'm not sure whether he's gotten a team together yet. I'm fairly sure he has. It would be something like him, Bear, Super Spaz, and someone else, I'm not sure. But obviously Apex is going. There's a little bit troubling, or I can't even speak. There's a little bit of trouble going on with Apex, the organisation, right now, so I don't think Apex will be going as Apex, or maybe it's a little early for the things to change around, but the main sponsor for Apex has now taken over the whole shindig, and basically Apex is no longer Apex. It's just been bought out, and all the teams are now directly being sponsored by this new, or not new, but the organisation that was mainly funding Apex, the org. Now, as for what I think is going to happen, the big problem is that in America, not many teams have been able to play at big LAN events, at proper full-on LAN events. All they've had is NJ Halo. So I'm hoping that because of that, we will be able to gain a little bit of pride back over here in Europe after Hype for Station 2, because at Hype for Station 2, Apex didn't do very well. They came something like 14th, 15th. They didn't have enough practice beforehand in King of the Hill because I think the maps were changed 2 weeks before the actual event, just because loads of people wanted to play what they had at NJ Halo beforehand. And, well, that's not very good for a LAN event to change everything 2 weeks before, and it meant that Apex couldn't get the practice in that they needed, and a lot of the American teams already had practice in these kind of map sets, so it was a little bit unfair. But now the shoe is on the other foot, because a lot of these pro teams, because all they've had is game battles and a low-level LAN event, NJ Halo, a lot of them have backed out. They haven't really played much. They've just been chilling on ranked for the last few months, and they don't have the kind of polish that Apex have had, that they've kept over the last few months playing the EGL tournaments. So it's hopeful for me. I want Apex to win because for some reason a lot of teams seem to think, or a lot of people seem to think, that American teams are better than European teams. Now, there are some people who say it just like in a stupid way, like, oh yeah, American players are just born better, you know. And then there are some people who say it in a logical way, like there are more American teams that stick together. And this is another big problem in Europe, that not enough teams stick together. I mean, one of the main reasons that Apex do well is because they've had all the experienced players, all the good players, but they've also stuck together for something like 6 LAN events. I mean, not directly, they've dropped 1 or 2 players and picked up 1 or 2 players here and there, but it's still all, well, from the get-go, it's always had reaction in it. So that's the main kicker. They've always had the beast that is reaction, and they've always had top-tier players that know how to play the game, and they've always had good chemistry, while lots of low-level teams just kind of disband, get a better player in, don't do that well, disband, get another player in. You know, it doesn't really work. But now, that seems to be benefiting the American teams more because they seem to stick together more. You know, it's not always the case, but it seems to be more prominent. Anyway, guys, that's my opinion on the whole matter. I think I'll put a link to the Arena Gaming League website in the description, but for now, guys, thank you for watching, and goodbye.